good morning, Simon. I'm just astounded. There's such beautiful bikes on the stand here.
Thank you very much.
Would you be able to tell us a little bit about them, please?
Yeah, so starting from that one, that's a Pattern Super Twin. That fortunately come third in this year's Isle of Man TT Super Twin race with Mr. Dom the Bomb Herbertson riding it.
Yeah.
So we were only beaten by Michael Dunlop and David Todd. So we did well with that one. This one's a Francis Beard replica of a Francis Beard 500 Manx Norton that we built from parts. So the engine's 1955 and the frame's 1960. And it was only finished around about 2 months ago. So after 1 year of being, having to build it. So the only thing original Francis Beard on it is the petrol tank. Everything else is just made up from other parts.
So with the Manx Nortons, it's quite a large aftermarket for getting Manx Norton parts, aren't there?
There is, yeah.
You can basically get a new bike.
Indeed, but we actually had all these parts, lying around the workshop. So we had a 1960 frame, a 1955 engine. We had some forks from another bike, and the only thing we had to buy was the fairing and the tyres. Everything else we had in various boxes that we've been collecting for years and years and years. So we were very fortunate we had all the parts to build the bike up. And then the last one is, this is a bike that we raced last year at the Classic Manx Grand Prix, and it came 7th. So this is a Macintosh engined Manx Norton 500.
Wow.
It lapped the Isle of Man at 105 miles an hour. It comes 7th. It was about second or third through the speed trap, around about 138 miles an hour, which for an old bike like this is pretty impressive. But it is old, but it's not. So the engine's 2012, I think. The frame was brand new last year, and everything else was again built up from parts, but almost all of it's brand new. Obviously it's got a disc front brake on it, which is not very politically correct with some of these people here saying, well, they've got one of them on there, because obviously they are so fast now, and they obviously do free laps. You get brake fade after a while, so it's much better with the disc brake on there.
And they're so beautifully turned out.
Thank you very much.
I mean, do you go to anyone particular to get the paperwork done, or do you do any of it in-house yourselves?
We designed that literally on the kitchen table with some felt tip pens, literally on a piece of paper. I thought, that's how I want it, these are the colours I want, and all that sort of stuff. And we got a guy who is our painter called Phil, and he's up in Manchester, so he is the one that does our paint for us.
Yeah, they're absolutely a pleasure to see. Will you be starting any of them later, maybe? We're
going to start that one at 2:30, which is very loud, so you'll probably be able to hear it from wherever you are. Right. So I think it's 130 decibels. That
well, we'll look forward to it. Thank you very much for bringing them here today. Really enjoyed that. Thank you.
Appreciate it.